Mark Rogers, TV, talking some more college football recruiting. We've got Lakendrick Van Zandt on the line from Henderson, Texas, where he is listed as an athlete by all the major recruiting services. He has made his commitment to TCU, 2017 signee. Lakendrick, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing pretty good.
Great. Thanks very much for joining us. So before we move on to what happened at TCU and what you're looking forward to there, your thoughts about your high school career. What set you up for this opportunity? What were you able to accomplish that put you in this position?
Well, really, all started in the summer. In the summer, I wasn't expecting to really do anything but work out. But coaches told me that I should try to go to some camps and stuff because I was like wondering why, Tristan was getting all this attention and I wasn't. And then I had broke my foot the season before, so most of the coaches was just like, "Well, you need to show us that you can still move." So I started going to camps and stuff. And the first camp I went to was the TCU camp in Kilgore, Texas. And when I went to that, I got acknowledged a lot. They kept making me do drills over and over. I guess it was trying to get at me or something. I didn't know that at the time. I was just getting mad, like, why are they making me go over and over? But as I kept going through it, I started to realize, I was like, well, they starting to like me. So I just kept on going through the motion they was giving me. And then after that day was over, they talked to me, whatever. It was like, be looking forward to it. You might get an offer or you might not. So I was like, all right, I wasn't really worried about it at the time. Then I went to another camp. It was called a mega camp in Tyler, Texas. And I went to that one. There was over 40 colleges there. And after that camp, well, right before the camp started, TCU called me. And they Coach Anderson offered me. And I started crying right then and there. But then right after that, it was like, I really didn't even care about the camp anymore because I was so stuck on TCU. That's all I've been talking about since I was little. And I was just like, well, I really don't even need this camp anymore. But I already paid my $40 and stuff. So I was like, well, I might as well go ahead and start it. So, yeah, right after that camp, right when I started that camp, I did a whole bunch of receiver stuff. And as soon as that camp was over, I got offered by 6 FBS colleges. Yeah, 6. I got 6 scholarship offers right after that. And the next day, I got 2 more. So I got 8 in that weekend, starting with the TCU camp. Then after that, we started the season, and me going into the season with an offer from TCU, I was thinking big, like, okay, I got an offer and all this, but most people thought that I was just gonna settle it down since the season started. But now I was so stuck on my senior year, I wasn't even thinking about college at the time. So I just started going. And the first game, I got going, scored my first touchdown. But Tristan had a heck of a game that game, so I was just like, it's all on him. But yeah, as the season kept going, I started to realize that I had people looking up to me, and I just put my senior year in the little kids' hand, actually just going through the motion, trying to be a good role model for them because every game, little kids come to me, I can't wait to see you and stuff like that. And it was like, well, I watch you, like during the weekend, our kids come to the park and watch me play basketball and stuff. And I just started to get to the point where I just know they looking up to me, so I know what I got to do is right. Like, if a fight break out, I got to walk away or stop it. Just show these kids what they need to do to get to where I am right now.
Well, it's a cool story, Lakendrick. And, it sounds like despite it being a little annoying going through all those drills, you were probably pulling off some times that they didn't quite expect. And they just wanted to make sure that the stopwatches were working and the results were exactly what they saw. So they wanted to see it again
Yes,
and
sir.
again and again. So that's good stuff. So it seems like you fell in love with TCU. You obviously were loyal to them, and even when the offers came in, and I think it finished with 11 total offers for you, you stuck with TCU. Obviously, that's a great football program. Why TCU? Maybe I outlined some of it right there. The loyalty of them being the first one to notice you and give you some respect. But why TCU, and why is that the right fit for you?
It all started. I grew up watching Drew Coleman play, and I was like, well, he go to TCU, and he's from around here. So I just looked at him like, well, it's just TCU, and he's going, so I want to go there. But then I just started looking in on it some more because I realized you can't just follow somebody else off of what they like. You might like something different. I started to look up TCU and all that. I like the way that, they're a private school, student ratio is not that much. And they said they don't have as many students. Like other colleges kind of big, and I like little schools. So I was like, well, I can go off of that also. Then I heard they got a good business program, and that's what I'm majoring in. But yeah, when I went up there, I visited whatever, and I talked to the coaches, and I like their coaching staff mainly because they tell you exactly what they're going to do. They don't tell you something what you want to hear. Like most people tell you something you want to hear so you can get there, and then it'd be a whole different atmosphere. But they tell me what the punishment you're gonna have, as much as you're gonna work out, what time you have to be on the field. They make sure you got everything right, make sure you're doing good in the classes, and make sure you're getting your job done so you can get there. So after I got done talking to them, I started realizing that they keep you 100 with you from the start. And also, Coach Patterson, he's been there for 20 years. So I was like, he's been there this long as a head coach. He's doing something right. All these other coaches coming in and new coaches, different schools and all this. I was like, he's been there for 20 years. So I just feel like this is a place I need to go since he knows what he's doing. And I feel like he can build me as a man.
Lakendrick, you keep hitting on some themes that I hear all the time in talking to you guys, because basically when thinking about recruiting, football recruiting, we tend to think that the big football programs and with all the great facilities and all the practice facilities and all the shiny buildings and everything that looks fancy is going to be what's going to sway kids. But every time I talk to one of you guys, and it's been 30 or 40 of you guys, you all talk about being able to have to trust who's coaching you, being able to trust what they say, what they do, be an upstanding person, and being able to fit into that situation and be comfortable.
Yes,
and
sir.
That's pretty much what it all comes down to. So obviously they liked what they saw, not just TCU, but all these other schools. So what are the coaches telling you in regards to what makes you an elite athlete? What do you bring to the table?
Like, as in going to like camps and stuff, like what are they noticing?
Yeah, just basically what makes you this caliber of player.
Well, the first thing he said was I have good work ethic, and when I mess up, I come back stronger. I don't just, most people just put their head down like, "Man, I just messed up." But when I mess up, I grew up doing that. That's all I used to do. And then I mess up, I just look off like, "Well, I don't think I'm gonna get this." But when I went to that camp or whatever, I messed up once. Well, I messed up like 3 times in a row, and it's just like you got to keep going. So I just kept on going fast. Every time I mess up, I make sure I do it full speed. And they're like, you got good work ethic, and I like the way you come back 100%, and you don't just put your head down and you make sure you correct it. And I ask questions, make sure I'm getting everything done. And also, we did a whole bunch of other drills, and it was like every drill that you did, I saw the fight in you. I wasn't playing around with anybody. I was serious on the job, and I made sure I got everything done. So he said, good work ethic. That's the main thing.
We're on the line with Lakendrick Van Zandt, listed as an athlete there, playing running back and defensive back in Henderson, Texas, signed with TCU, probably going to play in the secondary there. So I'm guessing that you're going to enroll in school sometime in June, maybe make it on campus, and then be ready for August camp?
Due to me leaving in June, well, I'm already started on my workout right now, but I just know that once I get there, they're going to make sure I get bigger, faster, and stronger. And yeah, I'm just ready to go ahead and get rolling with the lifting weights and stuff. Because as of right now, I'm not expecting to do, I'm not expecting to do big things right now because I'm not, haven't got to their workout and all that. But after I get started with that, I'm pretty sure I'll be ready by fall.
Sure. It's a long process. And certainly you're in the program for 3 to 4 years or 5, depending on a redshirt status. So there's a lot of time to develop and learn the system and get ready for Big 12 football. Lakendrick Van Zandt, listed as an athlete by the major recruiting services, signed with TCU, probably going to play defensive back there. Lakendrick, we appreciate you taking some of your time to talk to us.
Yes, sir.